Oh, what a lovely day it is. The sun is out, I'm feeling great, and I'm just having a casual conversation with my best friend over text. What could go wrong? No. No, why are they so upset with me? I don't know what Well, you know what? Two can play at that game. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I really showed them. Now, after watching that, you might be thinking to yourself, what a funny, harmless skit that's not rooted in reality whatsoever. And let me tell you, you would be dead wrong. Because this is how Gen Z, me, definitely, you, most likely, act. And you might not have even known it. Hell, I didn't either before the other day. But then I came across one of the best article titles I've ever seen. Why Nobody Should Be Using the Thumbs Up Emoji in 2022 by the Daily Mail. Now, you've probably heard of the Daily Mail before. I've heard of them too, but I wasn't real acquainted with what they are because why would I be? I don't read the news. That's boring. That's for losers. But I come to find out that it's not even really news. The Daily Mail is a British tabloid newspaper first published in 1896. It's Britain's most popular daily paper after The Sun and arguably the most right-wing. So judging from those two sentences alone, it seems like it's a pretty banging paper. Why nobody should be using the thumbs up emoji in 2022 and the 10 symbols only old people use that have Gen Z rolling their eyes. Sending a thumbs up can be seen as passive-aggressive and even confrontational, according to Gen Z, who claim they feel attacked whenever it is used. Listen, I know I try to act tough on here. I try to act, like nothing bothers me. I try to just, like laugh and have a good time, But sometimes I can't. And one of those times is whenever I see an emoji that is used that I don't normally use. That's whenever I panic and start losing it. A 24-year-old on Reddit summed up the Gen Z argument saying it is best never used in any situation as it is hurtful. Silly me thinking that the link regarding to the Reddit comment that they're talking about actually leads to the Reddit comment. No, it just leads to dailymail.com, trending Reddit news. Like, dude, you can't even give the source for this? Like, there's no way this is true. There's no way. No one my age in the office does it, but the Gen X people always do it. Took me a bit to adjust and get it out of my head that it means they're mad at me, he added. I'm trying to even imagine how that would be used. I mean, I guess you could use it passive-aggressively, but I think you could use most emojis as passive-aggressive. Like, if you see a joke that's not funny, putting 10 crying laughing emojis afterwards would be a passive-aggressive, ironic way to say that that is not funny. Like, you could do this in any scenario. It says, according to a recent poll of 2,000 young people aged 16 to 29, emojis used by old people include the thumbs up, the red love heart, the okay hand, and the grimacing face. I would love to know who they polled for this. And this is something that I've been skeptical about with most articles that I see. Like, you see polls on the internet all the time of what people think, how people act, so a specific article can prove a point that they want to make. But like, I've never been asked that. I've never been asked to be part of a poll, and I don't know of anybody who has. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm just saying I've never seen it exist. So I think that it might be, possibly, hear me out, I'm not trying to stir up any controversy right now, but I think that some of them might not be real. I know. That was a bold thing for me to say, especially on the internet, but I had to say it because I'm just that brave. No, but like, actually, like, if you have been in a poll, please comment down below because I am actually curious where these polls are coming from. Like, do you get sent something in the mail that you have to like fill out? Did they send you an email? Do you like subscribe to some polling thing and make money off of it? Because if so, I want to be a part of that. I want to make money by giving my opinion on certain topics and have the company take my opinion and generalize it to an entire generation. That's been my dream. Why do you think I do YouTube? My last workplace had a WhatsApp chat for our team to send info to each other on, and most of the people on there just replied with a thumbs up. I don't know why, but it seemed a little bit hostile to me. Yeah, because that's just the easiest way to respond to most things. It's not hostile, it's just simple and easy. It's a great way to show that you've read a text without actually having to respond to that text, but acknowledging that you have seen it. I personally use it quite a dang bit, if I'm being honest. Now, does that make me a boomer? It might. It just might. But personally, a lot of times I just really don't want to text people back. So I just, send a little thumbs up or even the okay emoji, which is ironically another emoji on here that they say is like hostile. Guess that makes me old. And according to business consultant Sue Elson, it could be time to take the younger generation's lead. She believes words are always better than symbols in a professional icon and can see how people are disillusioned by the all good icon. It feels like people are too lazy to type a written response and it doesn't provide clarity as to next steps, she said. I'd like to know what journalist woke up one day and was like, you know what would be a really good fucking article, bro? The hostility of emojis. Gen Z. They're always offended by things. I will say that part of that I believe is true. I do think I am too lazy to type. I think a lot of people are. That comes with everything. No matter what aspect of life you're talking about, us as human beings are going to try to find a quicker way to get through it, which is why we invented cars, which is why we invented phone calls, which is why we invented Zoom.
Oh my God. You call Daniel on his cell.
Which is why we've done all of these things, was just so we could make that process just one step quicker. Yeah, 100%. I'll admit it. I'm too lazy to type. I don't like it. I would much rather send a thumbs up than say, okay, thank you for messaging me back. I have seen your response and I am acknowledging it. Is that what you want? Do you mean, yes, I will do something? Okay, I agree. Or is it just confirmation that you received the message? I refuse to believe that these people exist. I think it's just someone that Daily Mail made up. This woman right here, fake. AI generated image. That's not a real person. Business consultant Sue Elson says it is important to understand the dynamic of your workplace before sending emojis, especially the thumbs up. Oh my God. See, it's these people. It's these people. If this lady does exist, she's the one getting offended by the emoji. She's the one overthinking every little aspect about her life to the minute details that she can't even comprehend what a fucking emoji means. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little upset. I should probably cool it down a little bit. Because Gen Z doesn't care. If anything, Gen Z, we probably use it more than anyone, or at least some form of it. The top 10 emojis that make you look old. Thumbs up, red love heart, okay hand, tick, poo, loudly crying face, monkey eye cover, clapping hands, lipstick kiss mark, grimacing face. I will add though, a while ago, back whenever I was younger, I really did hate the okay hand. It would always make me upset because I would see older people using it and it was kind of cringe. But then I started using it ironically. And once you start using something ironically for so long, eventually it becomes unironic and just part of your daily lifestyle. And now I put that at like the end of almost every sentence. Like it's just something I do. Does that make me old? You are the judge and jury. You, my watchers, my viewers, my lovely subscribers. Am I just old? Am I out of touch? Should I even call myself Gen Z? These are deep thoughts that I think about a lot, and now with this article I just don't know. Why do you feel like it's unsettling? Honest question, because that's literally how I respond to 90% of messages. I'm almost 40 though. Thank you, random person, for adding the fact that you are 40 years old to the end of your sentence. That's usually how I end most of my conversations as well. Hey Max, what's your favorite food? Oh, it's pizza. I am 22 though. Keep that in mind. I'm 22 and I like pizza. I'm 22. And it appeared the older the person behind the keyboard, the more likely they were to love hitting the thumbs up. They just love it. Who did you interview? Who did you talk to? Probably no one, because as it said before, it's a tabloid. I don't know much about Daily Mail. I don't know much about the news in general. I'm a stupid 22-year-old kid on the internet. I don't know things. But you couldn't have interviewed real people. You couldn't have. What kind of old person says that they love to hit an emoji? You know me, back in my day we didn't even have phones, but now look at this thing. I can do all sorts of things with it. I love texting on it, but what I really love, is using that thumbs up emoji. It just brings a smile to my face and a warm feeling in my heart. There's nothing I enjoy more besides drinking my prune juice. That is pretty good. Miss Elson said some people hate the thumbs up because it is seen as an automatic option and could have been pressed by accident. Shut up. Miss Elson doesn't exist. We've established that already, and this just further proves it. Could have been pressed by accident? You could have pressed the thumbs up emoji and then sent it by accident. I'm not denying that could happen, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think if you were to accidentally send an emoji that you didn't mean to send, you you would probably clarify that in the next text. I know what I just said was probably crazy, and something that might be baffling to hear, especially to Miss Elson. But nobody is pressing one singular emoji and then sending it and then just leaving it at that. Like, the person on the other end is not going to think that that's an accident, because it wasn't. You can't accidentally do that. Like, I'm sure there's a rare incident where that happens, but generally that won't happen because you have to go into a separate location to find the emoji, and then you have to go back to the keyboard to send it. At least that's how it is on iPhones. I don't know if that's how it is on Androids. I would assume so, but then again, I'm not old, so I don't use an Android. Got him. Fucking old ass Android users. Okay, now this part's pretty weird. It's going off the rails a little bit from the main topic, which was emojis, to now passive aggressive corporate email jargon decoded, which consists of per my last email, which means the information is in previous correspondence. Why did not bother to read it before asking? Hope this helps. Never ask me for anything again. Friendly reminder, there's nothing friendly about this message. Where are you working where all of these are passive aggressive and mean something that they don't? I'm not saying that they can't. Obviously, they can, but I don't think that that's a majority of the time. I don't even think that that's half the time. When someone says, hope this helps, usually it means, hey, I hope this helps, like it says. Or when someone says, thanks for the input, usually it means, thank you for the input, not, do not speak to me ever again. Or when someone says, let me know if you have any questions, that phrase usually means, let me know if you have any questions. That phrase doesn't usually mean, I really hope you don't have any questions. And obviously, I'm not saying toxic places don't exist, they do. And I'm sure that some of these can mean what it's saying it means, but that is definitely not the case most of the time. Miss Elson, who we established does not exist, said it is important to understand the relationship dynamics at a workplace before deciding to use emojis or not. It's also important to check in with staff to make sure no one is offended by the chosen emojis, as the meaning of them can change between communities. If you are getting offended by any of these emojis, no matter where you are, I think that you should just not have a phone. I think that's a really simple solution. You don't deserve one. You don't need one. It's not for you. You had tried it out, and it's okay. It's not for everyone, but you just have to admit it. Obviously, this piece was just made to get a reaction out of Gen Z, I'm sure, but I just thought it was so ridiculous, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I like talking about ridiculous things. I'm a goofball. What can I say? The Daily Mail put a poll on Twitter underneath this article, and it says, is the thumbs up emoji in your text vocabulary? And 83.7% of people say, yes, I love using it. And I think a lot of Twitter users are probably Gen Z. So that kind of just counters your argument there, bud. In conclusion, nobody cares what emojis you use. They're just emojis. And the Daily Mail will be the Daily Mail. They will continue to write stupid, factless articles, and we will continue to laugh at them, and they will continue to make money because we are laughing at them. And it's a vicious cycle that will never end. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one when I get bitten by a radioactive spider. But for some reason, I don't turn into Spider-Man. Pretty weird. But until then, bye.